Alright, so for the first style of potato, we're going to start with dicing up an onion. Don't make the dices too small because they will burn in the oven evidently, so we just want a nice medium dice. You're first going to slice vertically, then horizontally, and then finish the job by slicing like so. By the way, you can use any onion you like, red onions, Spanish onions, sweet onions, they all work great for the recipe. If you're going to make a large amount of potatoes, obviously get a large bowl and put in your onions. Now, just like for the onion, you can use any bell pepper you like. You can use a red bell pepper, a yellow bell pepper, or an orange bell pepper. Doesn't matter, just get the one that you like. Stack the peppers on top of each other and slice into strips. We're then going to turn the strips and cut them into dices, just like for the onions. Add your bell peppers to the same bowl as the onions and put it to the side. Throw some foil or wax paper onto a cutting board and peel your potatoes over it. You can leave the skins on in theory, but to me they taste really papery, so I just take them off. Make a potato skin burrito and dispose of it. Then you're going to slice your potatoes in half, halve the halves, and then just start mowing through them with your knife. When you've added your potatoes to the bowl with everything else, you're going to season with garlic powder, salt, pepper, paprika, a grated garlic clove, and finally you're going to add some olive oil to bind everything together. Use 2 spoons or your hands to mix everything together until everything is fully combined. If your potatoes don't look as red as they are here, add some more paprika. Once you've mixed everything together, you're going to transfer to a cast iron skillet, and that's too much, so I'm going to use less. Give it a final dash of pepper on top, and transfer to an oven preheated at 425 degrees Fahrenheit. Cook for 40 minutes, stirring halfway through. As for the doneness, it could take longer than 40 minutes, just check it with a fork, and when it's fork tender, your potatoes are done. The final step, which is also optional, is to add some cheese on top. Any cheese you like, you can add cheddar, you can add Swiss, it doesn't matter, and put it back into the oven for it to melt. Simply use a spatula, transfer to a plate, and enjoy. Now the next style of potato is a bit easier as it requires no chopping of any vegetables beforehand. So, the first thing you're going to do is get a pot, fill it with your small potatoes, and add some water. Once the water is covering about 1 inch above the potatoes, you're going to place it onto a stovetop and cover it with a lid to boil the potatoes. Once the potatoes are completely fork tender, you're going to transfer it onto a foil-lined baking sheet. Oh, by the way, you have to strain the potatoes. Yep. Add olive oil, salt, and pepper, and you're going to swish the potatoes around to make sure they're fully covered in the seasoning. You're going to bake these potatoes at 450 Fahrenheit until golden brown. Whilst they're baking, you're going to grate some garlic into a bowl and add enough olive oil to cover. Mix together with a spoon or a whisk and put it to the side. Once your potatoes are nice and golden brown on the bottom, you're going to flip each one individually and press down with a fork. It's more like you're, smacking the top of them with a fork, but pressing down works as well. You can also use the bottom of a glass if you like. Brush each potato with the garlic olive oil from earlier and put back into the oven until the bottoms are brown. If you did everything right, you should have some nice, crispy skin, small potatoes. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time.